Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, let's talk about the past simple tense. There are 12 verb tenses in English, and each one describes an action taking place in a specific period of time. I go to work and I went to work are both describing the same action. But one describes something that's happening now, while the other describes something that happened before. But tenses don't only reference time. Each has a specific function. Understanding these functions will help you decide which tense to use. So why do we use past simple tense? We use the past simple tense to describe actions that are completed. For example, I ate a bag of chips. It happened in the past and it's done. There's no going back. We can use the past simple tense to tell or narrate a story. For example, bro, you'll never guess what happened to me yesterday. I woke up at 8:30 and thought I was late for work. So I rushed out the door, got on my bike, and rode as fast as I could. When I arrived at school, I realized it was Sunday. We can also use the past simple tense to describe things we did often in the past but don't do anymore. For example, when I was a baby, I cried all night. Obviously, that's not something I do now. To change most regular verbs into past simple tense, we just need to add ed at the end. For example, walk becomes walked, help becomes helped, jump becomes jumped. For verbs ending with a consonant followed by a y, we replace the y with ied. So try becomes tried, fry becomes fried, and cry becomes cried. If the verb ends in a vowel and a y, just add ed. So play becomes played, pray becomes prayed, obey becomes obeyed. For regular verbs ending with e, just add d. So love becomes loved, use becomes used, bake becomes baked. For verbs ending with a vowel and a consonant, double the consonant, then add ed. So chat becomes chatted, drop becomes dropped, trim becomes trimmed. We follow this rule unless it's a longer verb that doesn't end with a stressed syllable. For example, enter becomes entered, listen becomes listened, wonder becomes wondered. But some verbs don't follow any of the rules. You'll just have to memorize these. For example, eat becomes ate, write becomes wrote, go becomes went, see becomes saw, and run becomes ran. Now here are some things to watch out for. Signal words give you clues about what tense you should use. Some signal words of the past simple tense are yesterday, last week, a month ago, in 2020, or this morning. For example, they moved here in 2004. I didn't see you yesterday. Did you miss the bus this morning? Now be careful with the pronunciation. The past simple tense of most verbs are pronounced with a D sound at the end. For example, arrived, failed, or agreed. But verbs that end with an S, X, CH, SH, P, or K are pronounced with a T sound. For example, passed, fixed, punched, pushed, sipped, or picked. And verbs that already end with a D or T are pronounced with an id sound. For example, wanted, decided, or started. To form the negative of most verbs in the past simple tense, just add didn't in front of the verb. For example, I didn't know that. She didn't do her homework yesterday. They didn't see the movie. If the main verb is the verb to be, we have to change it to was or were. For example, I was late for work. We were happy to see you. He was at home last night. Now, to form yes-no questions of most verbs in the past simple tense, we just need to add did at the beginning of the sentence. Did you know that? Did she do her homework? Or did they see the movie? Notice that only the question word needs to be in the past tense. The main verb remains in its base form. Now, you can also make a question by using didn't, but the feeling might be a little bit different. For example, if I asked, did you do your homework? It means that I'm really not sure if you did your homework or not, and I'm just checking. But if I asked, didn't you do your homework? It means that I thought you did your homework, but you didn't. And now, I'm a bit disappointed. For the verb to be, we just need to add was or were at the beginning of the sentence. Was he at home last night? Were they happy to see me? Or was she your friend? Again, if I use the negative form of the verb, it might sound like I'm a bit disappointed or surprised. Wasn't he at home last night? Weren't they happy to see me? Wasn't she your friend? To make a WH question, we need to start with a WH word, like what, where, when, why, who, or how. Then add did or didn't, then the subject, followed by the base form of the verb, and then the rest of the sentence. For example, what did you eat for lunch? Now let's practice. Complete the following sentences with the correct verb. Did she remember you? Was he angry at you? We played basketball yesterday. They didn't listen to me. He loved playing video games. I dropped my phone by accident. Were they at school? She cried in the movie. We talked for a long time. They ate at my house. As always, if you enjoyed today's video and found it useful, remember to like, share, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell. That's it for our class today. Catch you later.